Hi guys, welcome back to my channel guys. This is another perfect indicator for you guys, and also you can see that in this our channel we used to drop daily updates on boom and crash index, and we can see this is a step index on 5 minute time frames. This is step index, so we have this our powerful indicator added to this our chart, and this is a new indicator. And we can see we have the trend of the market. As you all know, that the first thing we need to identify is the trend of the market, which is the blue 9-year and the yellow 9-year. This represent the uptrend and the downtrend in the market. And also we have our perfect arrow indicator. This is another different arrow indicator that does not reprint. This indicator does not reprint. It does not reprint. So I told you guys that I promise you guys that majority of the indicators I will be bringing are going to be a not reprint indicator. So this indicator does not reprint. Once it is out, it stay permanently on the chart, and that is example what you are doing. And also the red line that you see here, the red line that you see here beside the price is exactly the strength of this price, which is going to guide us where to stop and where to take our profits. As you can see here, so anytime you have the downtrend and you have your confirmation for red signal here, and our arrow indicates that we have a downtrend, you can enter your trade when you have your red 9 strength that is coming on the charts. You can see this is represent a downtrend, and we have our arrow here, which is not reprint arrow, that show up here. So this particular area is where we are going to be enter our trade, and we are going to be following this trend until we see that this trend is bringing out another color. We can see this is where it bring out another color, and this will be our taking profits level. This will be our taking profit level. Let me explain again so that you guys can understand. You can see this the strength of the market, which is the red 9 here. You can see how the support level is coming down to a little bit. So immediately it turns to another color here, which happens to be the green color. You can see immediately it turns to green color. This level is where you should understand that the strength of the market is no longer go again. That is where you should take your profits before you can decide to take any other trade. First, take your profits and keep it. That is the best side. And when you have your arrow indicator with combination of it, is a perfect area for you to take. Like what you see here is that we have our trend to be an uptrend, and we have our arrow here that signal to us that we have the uptrend in the trend. And when we check the uptrend, you are going to see that we have the green, which is the resistance level here, and we can see the strength of it that is going on the upper side. You can see this. It happens that the strength wants to break at this level. That's why you can see the red 9 here, but that does not mean you can continue the strength of the market until you have the continuation of it. You can see, so we have our continuation until we have it at this particular area. You can see the green line stop at this particular area, and which form another red now. So that is to tell you that the strength of this uptrend, which is this our arrow signal, is going to weak around this area. That's why it's bringing out a red signal for us to take. So you should know that between above this particular strength, when it started to show to us this our red 9, should be our closing entry. Should be our closing entry. I told you guys that this indicator is very powerful. You can see, let's continue. Let's see how powerful it is. You can see after you have closed your trade at this particular area, just keep on looking for your arrow signal to continue. And we can see that we have our arrow signal at this particular area, and you can see that we have this strength of the market aligned with our arrows indicator here, and we can see that it represents the strength of the market. So we can easily enter our market around this area, and we continue to follow the strength of the market until we have another color in the chart that appear to us. So we continue, the green stick continue. That is to tell us that the strength is still more stronger in the price. So we keep on moving until we have our red signal here. So once these particular red signals show up to us, you should know that there is no more strength again in the market for this strength, for this price to keep on moving. or you can see there's a break in it. So your taking profit level will be somewhere around this area. You can see it's going to be somewhere around this area. So this is how this indicator is so massive, and you can see this is another example of what we are talking about. You can see that we have the downtrend, and immediately you show this, you should know that your market is not going again on that same direction. And here we have the same thing happen here, that show to us that we have a uptrend here, and the green continue, and immediately at this particular zone we have a red that show to us. That means the strength is not continue again, and you can easily close your trade to your zero level again. And also we have another opportunity here which show to us that we have a downtrend signal. I told you that this arrow does not reprint. It showed to us a downward signal, and we can see that it's confirmed with our red strength. It's confirmed with our red strength, and the price continue at this particular area. So your entry is going to be somewhere around here. Then you keep on looking your strength until it change the pattern of the strength. You can see it does not change it, and keep on moving on a downtrend until you have another color here, which is the happens to be green color. So this level will be your take profit level, and we can see another one here at this area. We can see that it's go on a uptrend, which happens to be our uptrend, and we can see our entry is going to be somewhere around there. And you keep on watching the strength, and you can see immediately here that the strength turns to what? It turns to red here. You should know that there's no strength for it to go up again. So your taking profit will be around this area. So the same thing happen here. You can see the down strength, and we can see that there's another signal strength here. So your closing entry will be somewhere around this area. So it's possible that you close your entry around that zero level. You can see that I opened this particular trade, but you can see at this particular area we know that the strength is on a downtrend, and give us another signal here which you can also take to down to this same level, and you can close your entry when you have another signal strength change the color. So the same principle also works here. You can see what happened here, that we have our uptrend here, and the market move on a massive uptrend to this level, and we follow the strength until we have this red signal here, and which happens to be where we are going to be taking our profit. The same thing happened here. We close it around this here because we can see that the strength can no longer go on a downtrend. Now we have another one here that indicate that we have our buy zone here, and we understand that the strength is in green color. Yes, we can follow the strength, and we enter our trade around this area. Then we can follow the strength until we have this second red arrow. You can see this is going to be our take profit level. So this indicator help us to identify our wick and rejection zone. You can see this is identified to us that we have a downtrend here, and you can see what the downtrend did, and we are going to be taking our profits at this particular level. We have another one here indicator here that indicates to us that we have a massive uptrend. And we can see that the strength is what we are going to be following here until we have our red arrow here, our red 9 here. You can see that this level will be our take profit level. So this indicator works on all Bowman. It also works on step index 1. You can see this is step index 1, and you can see the performance of it here. We follow the strength until we have another color in the market before we are out of the market. It also works on boom and crash index. If you want me to make a video on it, you can drop the comments. And also I told you guys that this indicator is one of the best indicators that you can help yourself with, and it works on higher time frames also, if you want to have it on higher time frames. So for you to get this indicator is very simple. All what you need to do is to reach out to me on my Telegram. I'm going to respond to you guys. And also we are managing account management. If you are also interested in that, you can also contact us. So join our Telegram and get access to this indicator, but this indicator is not for free. See you guys in our next video.